can maybe answer some questions like what is going on? Why is there the reports really picking up and all that stuff?
They really are. I got to tell you, living here in the Midwest, I'm like these. There's so many coming out of Illinois and Michigan. You know, just a couple surrounding states from me, but and the ones in Illinois all seem to be kind of like Mothman, or they call it humanoid winged or humanoid flying or something.
Yeah. Well, we'll be back in about 2.5 minutes. You're listening to me, Gary, on Night Dreams Talk Radio, and James. We'll be back.
Trying to find a white spot to rest my soul for the night. The moon was full and glowing, illuminating the desert floor. I saw rocks and sand and cactus from my driver's window door. When suddenly in front of me, like a vision from beyond, an apparition on the roadside appeared and then was gone.
Beware, unwary driver, beware as you drive on. Your reality is changing, and it's hours before the dawn.
And in my rearview mirror, I saw something running fast. A primal fear came over me like a nightmare from the past. A werewolf-looking creature that ran on twos and fours. My breath came fast and ragged as it ran next to my door. A clarion thought came to me like the ringing of a bell, that I had just been set upon by a raging hound from hell.
Beware, unwary driver, beware as you drive on. Your reality is changing, and it's hours before the dawn. The shape shifter you are seeing.
You can advertise your business on Night Dreams Talk Radio, and you will be heard worldwide. Why not contact us at nightdreamstalkradio@gmail.com. Night Dreams Talk Radio, After Dark, wants to give a big shout out to all the truckers that listen to our show.
Hey, without you, we would not be where we're at today. Hey, you know, what can I say? You guys, well, transport most of America. Anyway, James, we are back on the air. Well, we got a half an hour to kill before we have Tobias Wayland on talking about scary cryptids. I hope he has some good ones. You know, I can't wait for this Halloween. You know, I'm just so excited.
I can hear it in your voice. Plus, you've got all them good decorations you got going on there in your studio.
Yeah, you know what? If I turn the lights off in here and I turn on, you know, their movements and all this stuff with the red eyes glowing and they're moving and the sword starts swinging, I tell you what, I don't think I could hang in here very long without getting scared.
That's what I'm telling you. You're going to really scare yourself bad one of these days, and you're going to have an accident of the unfriendly kind. So
I don't know about that. I might keel over dead with a spear or a sword, you know, might chop my head off while I'm doing the show if I don't do a good show or something.
Yeah, you better be careful because you're going to find yourself in a predicament. Let's just say that with all the creepy things you got going on there. You've got Skeletor and you've got all kind of crazy, creepy things going on.
Yeah, I just ordered Jason too.
Oh boy! So all you need is you got Freddy coming too, don't you?
Yeah, I do. Freddy Cougar.
So you got Freddy, Jason. What do you need? Michael Myers too?
No, it's no more. That won't be any more room in the studio. This is going to go up on the right side of the desk because I got enough area where it blow up, aliens at. But I'm thinking about one of these of taking my electric guitar and like figuring out how to, mount it onto one of these mannequins, just to change the looks a little bit.
Yeah, hopefully you don't have them sitting up where you have a little tremor or something. They fall over and knock you in your head. They look like they got some weight to them.
No, not really. What do you expect? They're made in China.
Oh, I wonder if they've been tanned, so to speak.
Oh, no. This is like they take something in between a cloth and a paper, and that's what they're made out of. Now, they do have a metal core to them and all that stuff, but I don't know. It's strange how you can find all this stuff, around, Halloween. I mean, I have never seen stuff like this before. It's been really, really different this year.
Yeah, it's really sparked your interest, I can tell you, because you've got all kind of good stuff coming in there. I see every day you got a new toy coming in with one of them, I call them live mannequins, evil mannequins or something. I'm waiting for them to move around on you when nobody's in there. You'd be like, what's moving those things?
Yeah, I still remember what my wife did yesterday.
Uh-oh. She must have knocked you out.
She wasn't even talkful to me today. I called up her on our way home. I called, say, hey, can you stop by such and such and pick me up something to eat? And she wasn't friendly. She's still mad about it. I mean, she said that I didn't know that. She said she was so scared she wet herself.
Oh boy. Let me tell you something. There's nothing worse than a woman scorned who wet herself, and you're responsible. You've yet to benefit the repercussions of her. I'm just saying.
Oh, I don't know. Could you imagine what she was going through? I mean, you're dead asleep. The alarm goes off. You're not even fully awake, okay? And you kind of just start setting up on the bed, and here's something with a sword over your head. What would you imagine what would happen? And I'm wondering what happened to Sam. I mean, I think he tried calling, and I didn't have my eye on the monitor at the right time.
I don't know. I didn't hear anything ring. You might have to give him a call. But I'm pretty sure that Mrs. Gary was plotting things as she was changing herself against you. I'm just saying.
Well, I don't know. I'm scared to eat any food from her this weekend when she's off and makes dinner because maybe she'll get back at me. But I'll tell you, she's actually holding a grudge over this, creature. It was over her. More than she has ever on anything in 40-some years. She just didn't think that was funny at all.
Right, and you might want to be aware of any little chocolates that she gives you because they're probably them little X-Lax things. You'd be in big trouble.
James, you're the only one it would think about that. You know that. Only you would come up with something like that, and if she's listening to the show on her way home now, which she does sometimes, okay? You just put something in her mind, and if I end up with diarrhea the next day or two, well, you're going to get you're going to get a box in the mail, and it isn't going to be electronic equipment. I'll tell you that.
That's what I'm afraid of. I was just trying to give you a little heads up. That's all. Beware of any chocolate. That's all I'm saying.
One of my evil sons did that to me and my wife back about 10 years ago. He came into our room and he acted really nice and says, hey, look, this new candy I just bought. It's a new candy bar. Here, have a couple squares of it. And I was like, again, I was watching TV. I was watching a sci-fi flick. So I hey, chocolate, I at one point I would have done anything, that or bacon. I mean, you better watch out. If you had a candy bar or a piece of bacon, I would attack you. But, a couple hours later, and same thing with my wife. And then he was laughing his head off. Payback, I guess, for what I did in Vietnam, I guess.
I don't know, but I would just be aware within the next few weeks of what you're eating and drinking, I guess.
I don't know. I guess she just didn't take my sense of humor as being funny.
No, I guess she did.
Well, I don't know. Of course, you know what? This other one is not put together yet. She doesn't know about it. So after the show tonight, I'm going to put the sorcerer together, and I'm going to probably try. I'm going to be real quiet here. I'm going to probably do the same thing tonight.
Hopefully she's not listening to you.
Oh, then she is. Then, then it isn't going to be a surprise. If she's not listening, she might not be because she's mad at me. So, I figured I'd just kind of drag that in there and put over by the side of the bed.
Oh, my goodness. Wow. That ought to be something. I'll probably hear her yelling all the way from here. Or you.
I'm surprised you didn't hear that scream the other day. I mean, it sounded like a banshee.
I'm surprised, too. Sam probably heard it. Did you hear it, Sam?
No, I didn't hear the scream, but I'll tell you what, I was going to use the term payback as a you know what. And, every good practical joke deserves a turn on yourself. So, the more you do it, expect payback. I'm serious.
Well, years ago, I took food coloring and took and mixed it with flour and unscrewed the shower head and then put it in the shower head. And then when she turned the shower on, she didn't like that one.
Oh, no.
That didn't go over. She didn't like the color of her hair.
I thought maybe you put red
God.
food coloring in it or something, so it looked like blood coming out of the nozzle.
Very close to it. Very close to it.
Really. Yep.
Yeah, but it changed when you're blonde, it changes your hair color.
I wouldn't be too happy about that either.
And the other one is when I took flour and put it in the hairdryer. She didn't like that one either.
Did you buy a new hairdryer after that?
Yeah, actually, it burned up.
Oh, I imagine. You block it, those things burn up quickly.
Yeah, the elements on it, and
Yep.
that's the fan and everything was like the plastic blades. I'd overheated right away. But, it was worth it because she looked really good. I never seen somebody so white.
Oh my goodness, you're rotten. I'll tell you. Only thing I did, we was watching about 27 years ago. My deceased wife and my little boy was watching this show about aliens. They had the little grays on there and stuff, and they both got kind of scared. Well, I had this shirt. It was black, but it glowed in the dark face of an alien, gray alien. So I let it charge up for a little bit, and they were in the bedroom doing something. So I went outside to the window and not tapped on the window, and they saw that face, and they both just about hit the ceiling. They shouldn't have been watching that alien show, I guess, but they didn't find it funny. I thought it was hilarious.
I know, but you know what? The payback part is you don't know when it's going to happen. Did they do a payback on you, but maybe you were lucky and they didn't? They just probably said you were stupid.
No, I think what they do. Oh, we had these like styrofoam cups, and they cut the bottom out of one of them. And I would get one of them and pour a pop in or something or a soda or whatever, and it just went all the way through on the floor. So they thought that was hilarious. I thought, I didn't think it was hilarious. I had to clean it up.
Yeah, it's really funny. You don't plug it in, but when your wife is taking a bath, you walk in there, right, and you act like you plug in the hairdryer and say, Here's the hairdryer, and toss it to her.
Oh, boy. That would give somebody a heart attack whether it happens or not.
I know. The only reason why I'm saying this is because Halloween's coming up in a few days. What are you guys going to go trick-or-treating? I wish I could. I haven't done that in years. Now, I kind of gave up trick-or-treating when I put a firecracker in our neighbor's. So I was like 12, 13 years old. I put a firecracker in our neighbor's mailbox, and it blew up.
I missed a big shindig over at Manresa Castle over there in Port Townsend. They're having a big party going on, costume party in the whole 9 yards. So I wasn't up to it, though.
Yeah, I don't
Right.
know. When you get my age, Halloween is, what I don't like, I have eight children, right? A couple of them moved back home, but they're adults, and then my grandkids don't come over where I live because there's not many people living, to go trick or